Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. I hope you all in good condition today. First of all, I would like to say thank you for the opportunity given to us to present our research in the second International Conference on Economic Business Education and Finance 2023. So we proudly present our research by the title Modeling and Forecasting Stock Return Volatility of Jakarta Islamic Index GARCH versus EGARCH Model. So this presentation consists abstract, introduction, objectives, method, result, and conclusion. So the aim of this study is to determine the most effective method of predicting volatility in select stock of the Jakarta Islamic Index. We choose ADRO, ICEBEF, KLBF, TLKM, UNTR, and UNVR. To achieve this objective, we use symmetric GARCH model and asymmetric exponential GARCH model. And the result of the study revealed that the symmetric GARCH model is a suitable tool for analyzing volatility patterns in these six stocks. So the reason why we conduct this research are, first, based on market update released by OJK, Syariah stock index in 2022 exhibited growth relative to the close of 2021. And also, as the rational investor, we must consider risk exposure, such as fluctuation risks, downside and specific risks, and also systematic risks. And based on Liu et al. 2010 and Karanasos et al. 2022, it is important to forecasting volatility. Why? Because market volatility can affect public confidence, and volatility become essential input variable in decision-making process. Last but not least, rapid development of Islamic capital market become one of consideration. Based on the Indonesia Stock Exchange data, Syariah investor reached until 114.116 on September 2022, with trading activity reached until 8.3 trillion, with 24 billion shares of changing. So based on for this reason, we conduct this research. And the objective of this research first is to perform the best modeling analysis for stock return volatility of ADRO, HPP, KLBF, TLKM, UNTR, and UNVR from Jakarta Islamic Index using the GARCH and EGARCH model. And the second one, to analyze the result of forecasting the volatility of ADRO, ICEBEF, KLBF, TLKM, UNTR, and UNVR using the best selected models. And actually, this is the quantitative research. We use secondary data that we get from Yahoo Finance, and we select daily stock price from May 1, 2018 to May 31, 2023. So there is the reason why we chose GARCH model to forecast and to model our data, because we find in the literatures that the GARCH family models have been used to predict stock return volatility accurately. It's based on Lin 2018 and Sharma et al. 2021. According to Bowick and Wang 2020, ARCH11 may accurately describe the data's volatilities and return. GARCH model also suits stock index forecasting in 6 Asian nations, including India, Japan, China, Singapore, Malaysia, and Indonesia. It's based on Scrutiny and May 2022. According Anita et al. 2020, EGARCH model is the best model for predicting stock prices based on the Indonesia Composite Stock Price Index. The EGARCH model can account for the phenomena of asymmetric effect, which happen when negative information has a higher effect than positive information. So the root of the GARCH, the root of this model is ARCH model. That ARCH model introduced by Robert F. Engel in 1982. So this model came up because traditional econometric assume that the variance is constant over time, but it cannot accurately describe the financial data. So this model come up to capture heteroscedasticity. In addition, financial time series has unstable characteristics. There are volatility clustering, sharp peak, and volatile. So Arch model come up to solve this problem. And also the research then the researcher gradually found that when using the Arch model, it requires a larger order key to better estimate conditional heteroscedasticity. GARCH model really good ability in describing the volatility in financial data. But so Tim Bowles-Ruff come up with GARCH model to capture volatility in financial data. But this GARCH model, which is symmetric model, cannot capture asymmetric effect. So Nelson in 1991 come up with exponential GARCH model to capture asymmetric effect in the data. So we come up to the part of results. So first of all, we do descriptive statistic, and in this table we can see that the ADRO has the highest standard deviation value, which is indicate that ADRO has the highest risk of volatility among the other five stocks. And then, moreover, UNFR stock has the highest return with a value 17.71%, while UNPR companies have the lowest return at negative 23.25%. In addition, all data has kurtosis greater than 3, which means that heteroscedasticity was already present. Before we conduct further analysis, we must ensure that all data is already stationary. So from this table, we can conclude that all data is already stationary because the p-value is smaller than 5%. After that, we do overfitting ARIMA models, and we find the best ARIMA model for ADRO is 310, KLBF is 102, ICEBEF is 101, TLKM is 102, UNPR is 001, and UNPR is 203. After that, we do heteroscedasticity test and we can see in this table all data is comprise heteroscedasticity because smaller than 5%. After that, we do overfitting GARCH model. The best GARCH model selected based on the smallest AKIK information criteria value and statistically significant coefficient value. So we find that the best GARCH model for ARDRO is 1,2, KLBF is 2,1, ICBP is 1,1, the LKM is 2,1, UNPR is 1,1, and UNPR is 1,2. After that, we do ARCH-LM test. After obtaining the optimal GARCH model, we do ARCH-LM test to determine whether the model still displays heteroscedasticity or not. So in this research, we can conclude that all the model can mitigate heteroscedasticity because all the data show greater than 5%. After that, we carry out the science bias test to test if returns can be modeled by asymmetric distribution or not. So from this table, we can conclude that the GARCH model is already specified because all the values show the greater than 5%. It means that the symmetric GARCH models already models all the data, and we use the best GARCH model to forecasting the data, and then this is the result. So we can conclude that the best model for ICPPU and TR is GARCH 11, KLBF and TLKM is GARCH 21, and for ADRO and UNPR is GARCH 21. And ADRO, KLBF, ICBP, and TLKM will experience an increasing price trend by the end of May 2024, while UNTR slightly decreased in the middle period but overall tends to exhibit a neutral trend, while UNPR has declined. The LKM share have the highest value of stock return volatility, followed by KLBF shares, and UNTR share have the lowest value of stock return volatility. So this is all the references of this presentation, and I think it's enough. Thank you for the attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.